Ethan Reed always believed he was destined for something great. As a child, he was the one who dreamed loudly, telling everyone he'd build something the world would admire. But life pushed back harder than he expected. His startup failed, his savings vanished, and the people he trusted most drifted away just when he needed them. At 28, Ethan found himself in a dim apartment, unpaid bills scattered on the floor, and a voice in his head whispering, "Maybe you're just not good enough." For weeks, he believed that voice. He felt lost, adrift in a sea of failure and self-doubt. The rejections piled up, each one a fresh sting. But one night, exhausted from another day of closed doors, Ethan wandered into a quiet park. On a nearby bench sat an older man, sketching something under the dim streetlight. Ethan barely noticed him until the man looked up and said, "Son, you look like someone who's forgotten how to hope." Ethan forced a small, bitter laugh. "Maybe hope forgot about me first." The man closed his sketchbook and motioned for Ethan to sit beside him. "You know," he said gently, "every mountain looks impossible until someone climbs it. But you are not failing because the mountain is too high. You are failing because you stopped climbing." The words hit Ethan like a shockwave. He had stopped climbing. He had stopped trying. The boy who once dreamed so boldly was now hiding from life, defeated. The old man continued, his voice calm and steady. "Do you know the secret of the strongest people? They don't avoid the fall. They learn how to rise again and again until rising becomes their nature." Ethan sat in silence, feeling something crack open inside him. The weight on his chest felt a little lighter. Before leaving, the man handed Ethan the sketch. It was a drawing of a lone climber, halfway up a mountain, with a simple caption written below, "You are not done yet." That night, for the first time in months, Ethan felt a flicker of the old fire. He made a decision, not to succeed, but simply to try again. He started waking up early, applying for internships, and rebuilding his skills piece by piece. He read every night, practiced coding daily, and refused to let setbacks push him back down. Some days he made progress. Other days, he felt like he was sliding backward. But he kept climbing, one small step at a time, months passed. Finally, he landed a junior role at a tech company. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a beginning. It was a foothold on the mountain. Ethan poured himself into his work with a renewed sense of purpose. His determination and quiet grit didn't go unnoticed. Soon, he was leading projects instead of just assisting on them. He was climbing higher, faster. Years later, Ethan stood on a stage, the keynote speaker at a major tech conference. His own company was thriving, his innovations widely recognized and celebrated. The applause was deafening, but in that moment, what he remembered most wasn't the success or the accolades. It was the old man's sketch, tucked away in his wallet, a constant reminder of his lowest point and the promise he made to himself. He ended his speech with a message he wished someone had told him when he was sitting in that dim apartment, surrounded by bills and despair. He looked out at the sea of faces and said, "Your story isn't defined by how many times you fall. It's defined by how many times you choose to stand back up. So please, keep climbing. The view from the top is absolutely worth it." And the audience rose to their feet, because in their own hearts, they all knew he was right. If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Your support gives me the motivation to keep creating. Thank you so much for watching.